Hi, I'm Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. Today I want to talk to you about setting goals. I'm really excited to share this content with you guys. There's 3 parts to this series. First, we're going to talk about setting huge goals. I mean, crazy, astronomical, huge goals. Then I'm actually going to show you how to create goals that are smart, goals that you can achieve, little pieces of things that you can do to create some momentum in your life. Then I'm going to talk to you about your personal business standard. All 3 are important because you need things that you can do today, you need things that you can be working on this week, and you need to have dreams that you're headed for. Okay? Also, there's going to be another training on your why. So goals are what and why is the emotion. We're going to talk about that at another training. Make sure that you don't miss any of them. Now, before we get started, I want you to download your worksheets so you can follow along with me. All right? Okay, so if you're a personal growth junkie like I am, you've probably read every book on writing goals and been to seminars and been in classes. And one of the things that I notice is that a lot of the teachers disagree on how to do this. They say, well, if you're just dreaming big all the time, then you can never achieve anything. Or if you're just focused on what you can do this week, you don't dream big enough. And you know what? They're all right. The truth is you need to do both. And that's why today we're going to cover huge goals, kind of like the achievable goals, and then what you should be doing every single day in your business. Are you with me? Okay, so let's start big. That's where we need to start because that's the stuff that's going to get us excited. All right, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is we call them BHAGs. Okay, BHAGs. This is a term that was coined by Jim Collins in his bestseller, Built to Last. Okay, now BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goals. Big, hairy, audacious goals. Okay, now a BHAG is a goal that when you achieve it, it completely changes your world. Completely changes your world. All right, and I love this quote from Jim Collins from the book. A BHAG engages people. It reaches out, grabs them in the gut. It's tangible, energizing, highly focused. People get it right away. It takes little or no explanation. Okay, so let's get started on the process. The first piece to creating BHAGs and big giant goals is visualization. Okay, visualization, you may have heard it. It's kind of like a buzzword. What is that? Is this some sort of weird like stuff? No, it's just imagining the life you want. That's it. We're just going to imagine the life we want. And one of my favorite examples of visualization, some of you guys may have heard this story, is with Jim Carrey back in the 90s when nobody knew who he was. He wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered. I love this example. I love it because he visualized what he wanted, even though he had no idea how he would get there. And we all know that he got there, right? Pretty cool, right? It's pretty awesome to see somebody blow Oprah away as well. But here's the thing I love about this. Not only did he do it, not only did he visualize it, not only were there times where he was like, why is this beat up thing in my wallet? He persisted toward his dream because it was always in his face. That visualization was there in front of him. In fact, the thing that I love most about this specific example is how easy it is to do. And I don't know if you guys have already done it, but I've got my check in front of me every day. So you might want to just do that. It's pretty cool. Okay, don't cash it until you're ready. All right, so I'm going to take you guys through a visualization exercise in a second. That's going to help you get closer to creating your BHAG goals. First, though, I want to just give you a couple of these great quotes. I love this. This one's from Jack Canfield. The daily practice of visualizing your dreams as already complete can rapidly accelerate your achievement of those dreams, goals, and ambitions. And that's exactly what we're going to do in a second. We're going to start visualizing them as already complete. Also, this is a great one. Your world can become anything you can imagine. Your world can become anything you can imagine. That's Sir John Hargrave. By the way, I love that his name is Sir John. Those of you guys who know about this author, the Crown refused to knight him, so he legally changed his name to Sir John so that everyone still had to refer to him as Sir John. Just a little funny story there. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Take you through this exercise. As we go into this exercise, each little question I ask you, we're going to actually give you about a minute to write in your answers, right? Write in what's coming out of your heart, coming out of your mind, coming out of your soul. We're gonna play some music that will help relax your brain so you can stop thinking about the laundry and the kids and whatever else you have going on and get focused on this, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes. And just relax for a second, take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine that your alarm clock is starting to go off, but of course it's a really gentle, wonderful alarm clock, not a super screechy, annoying one, right? And as it's going off, you're about to wake up and you're gonna open your eyes in the life of your dreams, okay? I like to say your perfect world, and I know that nothing's perfect, right? But your dream life, you're about to wake up in it. So as you're waking up and opening your eyes, I just want you to take a second and describe, what's your bed feel like? What's the bed that you're laying in like? Is there somebody with you? Are you alone or somebody with you? Who's with you? Okay, now open your eyes, look around the room. What's your bedroom look like? What do you see? What do you feel? Okay, just take a minute and just do that first step. Okay, great. Now I want you to get out of bed, walk over to the window, and peer out. Look out. What do you see? What do you see outside of the window? Just describe it. What's the view? What are the smells? Where are you? Okay? And just take a minute to describe the vista of your life from your bedroom window. Okay, now that you've got that done, I want you to go ahead and leave the bedroom. Just start walking through your home. Just start walking through your home. What are the rooms like? What's the floor like? What do you feel? What do you smell? What do you see? Describe it. Okay, describe it. So now we're starting to see like your perfect home, the home that you've always wanted, the home that you're dreaming about. What is it? Just take a minute and write down the descriptions. Also, who's in the home? Who else is in the home? Put all that in there. Okay, go ahead. Now I want you guys to go ahead and walk outside. We're gonna look around at the yard, the property that your home's on. We're gonna take a look at it. This is my favorite part. What's your yard look like? What are the grounds? Do you have a pool, a tennis court? Are there beautiful gardens? Is it a desert landscape? I don't know. This is your dream. But describe it. And then let's go inside. My favorite part is the garage. Let's go in the garage, right? What's the garage like? Is there anything cool going on in there? I know for me, it's gonna have like those little elevators with several cars on each one because I'm a car guy. But what's in there? Describe it. Let's take a minute and go ahead and describe the yard, property, and the garage. Okay, now we're getting ready to go to work. Like you're gonna begin your work day now. What is it? What do you do? Do you own a company? Do you have a job? Are you a philanthropist? I don't know, but what do you do? And more importantly, where do you work? What's the environment of your work? Describe it. Who are the people that you work with? More importantly, how does your work make you feel? Take a minute, fill that one in. Okay, we're back. Some of you guys may be wired like me and you wrote, my work does not make me feel like this anymore, right? Just kidding, but I know some of you guys relate to that. Okay, now let's take a minute and describe who are the people in your life? Who are the people in your life? Who are the people around you at work? Who are your friends? Who are your family? What are those relationships like? Okay, what is the ideal situation for those relationships? Take a minute, write those down. Okay, awesome. Hey, you guys, if you look back on the last couple pages, you just described your dream life. Now, some of you might want to do this a couple of times on your own time because, let's be honest, you probably didn't dream big enough. And I want you to start reprogramming your mind to get rid of the limits, to get rid of the limiting thoughts, okay? The only limits on you are the ones that you place upon yourself. All right, so let's fill this in. Visualization is a great way to turn your fantasies and daydreams into tangible goals you can begin work on achieving, okay? Visualization is a great way to turn your fantasies and daydreams into tangible goals you can begin work on achieving. One thing that you may want to do to help you with visualization is create a dream board. And I know a lot of you probably have done this. You paste photos and affirmations on a poster board and keep it in front of you. It's really cool. It's so funny because I recently tried to do this and I went through about 60 magazines and I didn't find any photos that I liked. And I thought, probably because I'm in the 90s right now with my vision board. So I'll give you a tip. I went online and found all the photos I wanted, and then I just sent them to Costco to be printed high res. That's how I built it. But you can also do virtual dream boards. Just Google virtual dream board and you'll find a bunch of different software platforms that allow you to do it on your computer. So now that you visualize the life that you want, we're going to actually take that kind of visualization and we're going to write some BHAGs from it, right? So now that you've created that life, you woke up in your life and you walked through it, now you need to write down the goals that are going to get you there, okay? There's probably a big income goal. There's probably a home-related goal, a vehicle-related goal, relationship-related goal. Way huge out there in the stars goals, right? Based on that perfect life that you just imagined. So we're going to give you a couple minutes, put some music on, relax you, and I want you to dream big. Big. I mean, guys, come in with me for a second. Dream so big that you're going to be a little embarrassed to show this to your spouse. That's how big I want you to dream. Maybe a lot embarrassed. I saw a great quote yesterday from Darren Hardy, who's one of my favorite authors. He said, if people aren't laughing at your goals, you're not dreaming big enough. Love that. Okay, go ahead and take a minute and do that. All right, how does that feel to have those written down? Now that you have them, and you can add to these, by the way, because something might occur to you later, like, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? But here's a great application point for you, is you just get a notebook. I've got mine right here. Literally, these are on clearance right now because the back to school stuff just went off. So these are like 50 cents, seriously. 50 cents, and mine happens to be worth $1 billion. I don't know how much yours is worth. Told you about one of my goals right there. But every single morning I wake up and I write my goals down. I just write them down. It takes me literally 2 minutes. First thing I do is I get a pen, I write my BHAGs down. I write them over and over and over. At night, right before I go to bed, I pop in here to my office, I write my BHAGs down. Every day I'm writing them down twice. They're always on my mind, not only on the front of my mind, but more importantly on the back of my mind. I'm training my subconscious to accept these as something I can do, to actually start looking for opportunities for me, to start looking for doors, windows, everything that are opening to get to these goals, things that seem impossible. Your subconscious mind will find them and stumble upon them when they're in front of you all the time. So that's a great thing that you can do, is just keep them in this notebook. Awesome. So now you guys have your BHAGs. You've got some cool stuff that you can do to keep them in front of you. Okay, the next video, I'm going to show you how to create SMART goals. These are goals that you can be working on now, things that you can be achieving now. So I'll see you on the next video.